Oh my God!
We have seen what we thought was unseeable.
Wow, this is my culture, my country making progress.
It doesn't matter that we're all women, we're just pilots and nurses and paramedics, and we're here to do our job.
Like the man on the moon.
I experienced a consistent and sustained effort by many people within the government to seek to politically interfere in the exercise of prosecutorial discretion.
I am surprised and disappointed, and to be honest, don't entirely understand why Jody Wilson-Raybould made the decision she did.
Jane Philpott's resignation from cabinet clearly demonstrates a government in total chaos.
In every election, we get to make an important choice about the future of our country. We get to decide what kind of future we want to build together.
Who can you trust to help you and your family to get ahead?
We are going to bring a hopeful message to Canadians. Who's on your side? Who's going to fight for you?
File and vote green. It feels good. We must not build the Trans Mountain Pipeline.
Breaking news tonight, a dramatic night in Canadian politics. A photo of him wearing brown face.
It was a dumb thing to do. I'm disappointed in myself. I'm pissed off at myself.
Yes or no, same-sex marriage is just as morally equivalent as traditional.
I believe in the equality rights of all Canadians. Always been open and consistent. I am personally pro-life.
You should cut your turban off and you look like a Canadian.
Oh, I think Canadians look like all sorts of people. That's the beauty of Canada.
I have heard you, my friends. You are sending our Liberal team back to work.
We'll keep holding Justin Trudeau to account.
The President has repeatedly claimed that your report found there was no obstruction and that it completely and totally exonerated him.
It was a complete and total exoneration.
But that is not what your report said, is it?
Correct. It is not what the report said.
What exactly is an impeachable offense? Witness after witness told their versions of the same story, that Trump tried to pressure Ukrainian President Zelensky into digging up dirt on Joe Biden.
Which is a hoax to start off with.
Article 1 is adopted.
Paul Manafort has been sentenced to nearly 4 years in prison. Donald Trump's former lawyer started his 3-year jail sentence for financial crimes.
WikiLeaks, I love WikiLeaks.
He was convicted on 7 counts. He now joins a long list of Trump aides who've faced legal consequences.
It was the biggest protest Hong Kong has seen in decades.
The proposed law would give officials in Beijing the power to bring those wanted in Hong Kong to mainland China.
This is about human rights.
At least you fight for it.
On the streets, the anxiety grows.
The images from inside the university apocalyptic.
Global grief and so many questions about what brought down Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302. 157 people, all lost, 18 of them from Canada.
They must have called their mommy. They must have cried out their daddy.
Around the world, airlines grounded their MAX 8 fleets.
I look at Boeing as a company that focused on profits instead of the safety of human life.
A year ago, police labeled Bruce Macarthur a serial killer. Today, they were in the courtroom to hear him admit it.
8 pleas of first-degree murder.
The judge ordered Macarthur serve his sentences concurrently. If he's still alive, Macarthur will be 91 when he can apply for parole in 25 years.
Fear and anger, loss, deep, deep sadness.
It's the worst ever love story.
Their bodies were found along the Alaska Highway.
4 days later, another body was found.
This is a fast-moving investigation.
The RCMP are now considering Cam McLeod and Briar Schmigelski as suspects.
The teenagers, 2 of the most wanted men in the country, as a full-on manhunt continues in the province.
I'm just hoping and praying that they get caught soon because this is crazy.
Today, results.
Our CMP officers located 2 male bodies. We believe these are the bodies of the 2 suspects.
She says she escaped her abusive family after renouncing Islam, and that if she were to be sent home, she would be killed.
I'm not leaving my room. I want asylum.
Canada was glad that we were able to act quickly and to offer refuge to a person whose life was in danger.
You people love you that come here, whatever it is, you love our way of life, you love our milk and honey.
The fact that Don Cherry said, you people.
I'm the granddaughter of a World War II vet.
Following further discussions with Don Cherry, it has been decided it is the right time for him to immediately step down.
So I think I should have used the word everybody instead of you people. See you later.
I have no recollection of ever meeting this lady.
What we need to do now is honour the will of the people and get Brexit done.
Today, police are trying to understand his murder, a daytime stabbing outside his school in front of his mother.
My life fell apart.
This entire incident is disturbing.
It was over in a matter of minutes. Jaskarat Singh Sidhu stood up in court and said 5 words. I plead guilty, Your Honor.
To hear him use his own words to plead guilty, it's a powerful, powerful second for sure.
47 people were on White Island when it erupted. Small boats rushed over to help the survivors.
Helicopter pilots rushed back to save dozens of people.
In their immediate efforts to get people off the island, those pilots made an incredibly brave decision.
I feel like Paris is crying now, not just me.
The big sound, the gun.
I can tell you now, this is and will be one of New Zealand's darkest days. Our gun laws will change. Every semi-automatic weapon used in the terrorist attack on Friday will be banned in this country.
Good morning. Let's have a look outside.
It is the world's most important ecosystem, home to roughly 3 million species of plants and animals. And now the site of 165,000 fires.
This is not just a forest burning, this is almost a cemetery.
The Amazon is turning to ashes.
Everyone pray for us, please. Please pray for us.
It's almost like the island has been completely reclaimed by the ocean.
Under an unrelenting sun, 43 degrees Celsius.
Heat waves will become more intense. It is absolutely consistent with what we expect from climate change.
So we've been talking a lot about rising water. We need to also make sure we don't ignore the fact about rising stress and tension.
It's shocking to see that. I've never seen anything like it before.
In the Beauce region south of Quebec City, hundreds of homes were already flooded.
You're so discouraged. You're discouraged.
The siren's call of Venice taking on a whole new meaning as floodwaters reach their highest level in 50 years.
Insane, the amount of water.
Mozambique has declared its first ever national state of emergency.
This is ridiculous. It looks like Venice out here. Everybody need a boat or something. This is like sad.
You all come to us young people for hope. How dare you? We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money. The world is waking up, and change is coming, whether you like it or not. Thank you.
But there's a version on the internet
by a girl called Emma Stevens. It's a beautiful version.
Allah sevdiğin
Just one day after surgery, and this.
See that smile on his face.
It turned my attention, and all of a sudden I look over, and I cannot believe this.
How many times do you practice a day?
Every day.
Every day?
Every day.
D stands for our dignity, our name will never change.
On the arrival of a baby boy!
This little thing is absolutely to die for, so I'm just over the moon.
I'm so grateful to my family.
O found herself on the cover of Time when the magazine named her one of the 100 most influential people of 2019.
The incredible Simu Liu.
Kawhi up top, looks at the clock, turns the corner for the win!
NBA Finals, you have to do this in order to realize that this is a reality.
Curry lets it fly. Canada, the NBA title is yours.
Are you ready?
It's amazing. Everybody's out. I don't believe nobody went into work today.
You deserve this in the best way possible. Make some noise for your team, the greatest in the world.
Astounding Andreescu.
She has such a great drop shot. Wow.
The fact that she's now trending has not been lost on her.
It gives me even more motivation to do better. I guess I have to start setting my goals a bit higher.
The outstanding athlete of the year in Canada, the first tennis player that has won this award. Bianca, congratulations. Spectacular.